Let's talk about spiritual content and honesty. So besides people like Kenneth Wapnick, I don't really watch much, if any, spiritual content on YouTube. And the reason is, at least from what I've seen, is that most of it appears to be coming from people who are more interested in selling courses and more interested in being seen as an authority, as a teacher, someone that wants to appear higher and more special than others. And it's a shame that there isn't more down-to-earth spiritual content. Content that's intention is purely to share and to help people remember who they are, rather than, the ego's hidden intentions. And so that's why I'm making these videos, because I've got absolutely no interest whatsoever in being a spiritual teacher, because I'm a student just like all of us are. I'm a student of God, and the inner teacher is really the only teacher that's worth listening to. And I definitely have no interest in being special, because if we're all the same, if we're all one, we're all completely and utterly equal. There's no such thing as specialness, unless, of course, you're still identified with the ego. And I'm definitely not interested in projecting my ego's false image of perfection, because I know that who I am and who you are beyond these bodies and beyond these world is already perfect. So I'm happy to talk about mistakes that I've made along my path and things that definitely don't appear perfect to the ego. Not that anything is a mistake and not that anything is an actual problem, but the things that appear that way to the ego are all of our mistakes and all of our seeming problems. And it's only by not being in denial and being able to look at that stuff, that is the only way we can leave this world. So let's look at that stuff together. And it really doesn't matter what we do or we don't do if everything is an illusion. And holding on to a false ego-made image of perfection is going to do nothing except make sure that we remain trapped here. And each and every one of us, all of us, we're all on the same journey home together. And the world needs more of us who not only can be honest with themselves, but can also be honest with each other. Even if the truth can be abrasive, it's still the truth. And the only real way home is by being brutally honest with ourselves. And if you think about it, it really is only the ego that can't face the truth. And that's why everyone wants to appear perfect and to pretend that they're further along than they actually are. And that doesn't do anybody any good whatsoever. And that's why I'm making these videos, because I know how hard it is to face ourselves, and I know how ugly and grotesque all the things that we've hidden in our unconscious minds are. So I won't sugarcoat it and say that any of this is easy, because it's not. But I also know that not many of us are ready to fully face all of that yet, and are choosing to remain hidden from themselves, and that's perfectly fine too. Everyone awakens at their right time. And I'm definitely not going to pretend that I know and that I've fully experienced everything that we are, because I'm still in the world like you are, like we all are. And sure, I've had enough experiences to know exactly who I am, but is that the full awakening? I don't know. Nobody knows. And can it be the full awakening if we're still in the world? I really don't think so. So let's all just be completely honest about ourselves, that we are where we are. But I do know this. I know that I'm done being gaslit and confused by my own ego and my own unconscious mind. Let's just use Kundalini as an example of this. So there's all these ways of contorting the body, yoga, breathing exercises, abstaining, or whatever other method that it might be. But if Kundalini is in the body, and the body is just a projection of the mind, and none of this exists anywhere except inside of our mind, then what good could it possibly do working with the body? And even if you did get seeming results that way, which I'm not saying that you can't, they definitely aren't permanent results, because the cause has remained unchanged. And so you're still just trapped here like everyone else, but you're fooling yourself into thinking you're not. Because the effect can have no effect on itself. The mind is the cause for all of it. So the mind is the only place that can have any effect on anything. And if you fix the cause, the mind, then the body and Kundalini will take care of itself, because the body is simply the effect. And otherwise, you're just trying to hold on onto your ego. It's like you want your cake, but you want to eat it too. But it's really only just cheating yourself. You want the specialness of enlightenment, but you want it without having to give up what it takes to get it, and without facing the things that you need to face to get it. But the ego fools you into thinking that because you've had these Kundalini experiences, you're already enlightened. So do you see how gaslit we have all been? And this goes for each and every one of us, myself included. But it really is only in our minds that we need to look. And where we need to look is in that deep, unconscious part of our minds. And it's only unconscious because we've denied that it's there. So these videos are for those who are ready to face themselves and ready to leave all of the kids' toys behind and completely awaken from the dream. And if that's you, then thank you for your courage and for your strength to look inside and to see what's really there. And to see what we've all been hiding from ourselves, which has been hiding under all of that unconscious stuff we haven't wanted to look at. And that is our true selves, the one self.